Morning guys, welcome to today's vlog. Today we have a couple things that we're gonna try to tackle. I'm gonna go to my mom's house. Not so much like Riley wants to go to the pool, yes, but I have some plants that I need to go take care of that we bought this weekend. This weekend we went to Home Depot and we bought like a couple, like I got some strawberry plants and like felt so good to get back into like a gardening center. So anyway, I bought some stuff there. I also bought some stuff to start seeds and I left everything in my mom's house because like here in the temporary house, I don't want to like make a mess with dirt and stuff. So Mimi's house is going to be like my little gardening setup with the hopes of like I can start some seeds and then transfer them to our new house once we like officially move to a new house. So we're going to do that, and I don't know, I'll just vlog a little bit of today. So I told the kids they had to clean up before we can leave. Trying really hard to make it so that when we like leave for the day, when we come back home, the whole house isn't a wreck. So they have Legos that are currently all over the floor. I told them they have to put away the Legos before we can leave to Mimi's house. So it's like a whole thing. This whole process is probably gonna take like an hour because they do nothing quickly. But hopefully we can do some of that because it's a beautiful day outside and I need to get out of the house because yesterday we were home all day long. But really quickly before we continue, I do want to thank Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. I've talked about Scentbird now 5,000 times on my channel. But if you've never heard of Scentbird, basically what they are is they're a fragrance subscription company. So every month you can pick a fragrance to be delivered to your door, $17 a month for a 30-day supply of fragrance. This is what it looks like. You open up the little vial and then you've got a 30-day supply of really good brand name perfumes, you guys. Like really expensive perfumes, high quality perfumes, not just like random like brands that you've never heard of in your life. Along with the fragrance that they give you, they also give you like a little notes card. So like this month, these were the ones that I ordered. I ordered Brillante from Vince Camuto, which is one of my favorites. And then they sent me this one, Furla Irresistible, which also smells really good. This one I was surprised. I ordered this one. I had never tried it before too. Love Me. And I liked it. It's a little bit girlier. It's like a little bit more feminine. It's got like all of those notes. And then this is another brand that they sent me. This one is a little bit more masculine for my taste because it's got like cedar wood. It's got like some more like manlier notes to it. But this is legit how I have had any fragrance in my life for the past like, I don't know, probably like 2 years at this point since I started using Scentbird. I put this one on because this one was my favorite, Brillante by Vince Camuto. So the way that the little vials work is like there's a little lock function. So you just twist it open and then you spray it. So I'm just gonna spray a little bit of it. It's actually really funny that today I'm filming the sponsorship for Scentbird because this past weekend we went to a makeup store, Joseph and I. I'm not gonna tell you the name of the makeup store, but you know, like a fancy makeup store. Hadn't been inside one of these stores in forever. And of course, like I went looking for a new foundation and then Joe was like, oh, well, since we're here, like I actually need a new cologne. So he ended up buying a cologne, like a bottle of cologne for like $90. And he's like, oh, do you want to get like a perfume for you? And I was like, no, why would I do that? I have Scentbird. I have a million different fragrances. I don't have to pay $90 for a bottle like of something that I'm not even sure that I'm gonna like consistently. So that's one of the things that I've loved about Scentbird is that if you're into trying new fragrances or if you've never like been a perfume person in your life, you have no idea what you even like. It's a great way to try out new designer perfume. And again, they do have colognes also. So if you have like a guy in your life who's into colognes, like, you know, that would definitely be the more economic way to go as opposed to buying full bottles of perfumes, or at least letting them like try it first and then you can go and buy a big bottle. So I always recommend Scentbird. I love them and I love working with them. They also have an app now that you can check out. So I'm gonna leave all the information down below in the description box for their app. And then I do have a code to share with you guys if you wanna try it out. You get 55% off of your first month of Scentbird. So instead of paying $17 for the month for the 30-day supply, you'll get it for $8. You'll get your first month of Scentbird for $8, which is a great value if you want to try them out. Again, all the info I'll have down below in the description box, but a huge thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. Any questions you have about them, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I have loved this. Yeah, I'm actually gonna take my perfume in the car with me because fun fact, my AC is now working in my car. Isn't that fantastic? So by the time that I get to Mimi's house, I'm gonna smell disgusting. But we knew that my car was having some kind of an issue when we were in Virginia. The AC was not totally working, but we thought we had fixed it. We had taken it in when we were in Virginia. We had taken it in and we had, I thought, like gotten it working again. Then we come down here and then obviously it's like 90 degrees outside And I guess just the air is not getting as cold as it needs to. So it's been brutal since we've been down here. So long story short, Joe needs to take in my car for service because when we're leaving for the day, like that's why I'm trying to get out of the house early today. I don't want to wait till like 12, 1 o'clock because by that time it is so hot outside. And I get in the car and like I blast the air and like you feel it coming out, but it's not cold. If you have any idea like what I mean at all. But it's rough, and it's rough. I feel bad for the kids because like they're in the back seat. I'm like, these kids are like suffocating. So I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm just gonna get the kids dressed. Let's go to Mimi's house. Let's start planting, and then I'll catch you guys up on what else has been going on this week. All right, so we made it to Mimi's house, and I'm not really sure how the lighting is here, but I brought my bag of seeds. I've had this here since we got down here, but these were like seeds that I had from like last year. So I'm gonna go through everything that I have.
Where's my petunia seeds?
Oh, your petunia seeds I have to find. We've got like a lot of stuff in here. A lot of this stuff I don't think is gonna be stuff we're gonna plant like right now. Because here in Florida, like at this time of year, really anything that I plant, it's gonna be hard for it to survive. So we're gonna just see if there's anything we can plant, and most of it is just gonna be like we'll just kind of see what happens. Like I said, we had gone to Lowe's this weekend, so I got this seed starting tray. So this one is like the one where you just fill up the little circles with soil, and then there's water on the bottom. Like you fill up the bottom thing with water, and then it soaks up the water, I believe. I didn't use any of these last season when I was gardening, but I think this is like the more organized way to go. So we'll try to do that. And then I got this potting mix. This is what I actually used when I was starting seeds last year. So it's a pretty good soil. So we'll try to see if we can do anything with this. And then these are a couple herbs that I got. I got basil that eventually I'll transplant. And then this is a little tomato plant, which I don't have a lot of hope for, but whatever, I picked it up. And then I got some cilantro. So we've got some herbs that hopefully will last.
I'm so happy we got new cilantro.
You like the cilantro?
We have had this like a year ago.
I know, we had cilantro last year.
It had died, so I was so sad. So then now we have a new one that I'm so happy for.
Well, I'm glad that you're happy for it. And then these were the other two things that we picked up. So I grabbed a strawberry plant and I need to water it, but it already has a couple strawberries growing. So I'm gonna try to take care of this one and have it be like my strawberry plant that I can take to the house. And then this also is some kind of tomato. This is a patio hybrid tomato. So we'll see if this one does well. My brother has had some tomatoes over here that have done really well. Like they're not growing super tall, but like these are some pretty decent sized tomatoes. So I think there's something eating the leaves, but we're keeping an eye on these tomatoes. And then while we're out here, I don't know if I've shown you this in a vlog already, but this is the chest freezer that Joe and I, we bought this. We bought this because remember we transferred our meat, like we traveled from Virginia to here with the meat from our freezer. So we bought this to have somewhere to put it. So eventually we'll take this to the new house, but this is like all the meat that was in our basement in the freezer. We were able to save a whole ton of it. So now we've got a bunch of meat that we can just like barbecue and we can share with the family and stuff. So we'll take this to our new house too. When I told you guys that we were bringing meat from Virginia to like with us like during the move, I got a bunch of questions about like how we did that. So we had bought like a big Yeti cooler and of course like Joe had any excuse to buy like another Yeti cooler, but we bought like a really long one that fit in the back of his truck. And then what he did is on the Yeti website, like there was like an instruction manual for like traveling with meat. So long story short, like there was a guide that helped us, but we did, we put all the meat in there and then we put dry ice. I think we had to like refill the dry ice a couple times, but we did dry ice plus regular ice and it lasted in that cooler for like a couple of days because I think we loaded the meat. I'm not exactly sure if we loaded it, I don't know, Friday and we were like done with it like by Sunday, or point is like it lasted a few days. So if you ever have to like travel with meat, consider getting dry ice, do some research, but it is possible because none of this meat went bad.
That's a lot.
Yep, it's a lot of that. See this?
Soil already cut.
I'm gonna put some soil here. Look.
Wow.
cannot tell you guys like how happy I am to finally be back to doing this. It brought me so much joy, just like putting the dirt in these holes here. I only did half of the tray. We're gonna do half today, and then I have to do some more planning, and then we'll figure out what I do like with the other half. But for now, what's nice about like this seed tray is that I'm gonna keep things organized. So I've got 6 rows of things, so we're gonna plant 6 different things. Like, how many of each? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so like 6 of all the same. So I'll do like 6 tomato seeds, 6 of the flowers. I was looking through my seed packet, and again, like I said at the beginning, there's a lot of things that are not gonna grow well right now. A lot of things that's just gonna be an experiment. I don't have anything that's like specifically native to like South Florida gardening. So there's a couple nurseries that I wanna go to sometime soon that have, you know, heat resistant tomatoes, or like the best tomatoes to grow in the heat in South Florida, like around this time. Like, you can get specific seeds that do better in your climate. For now, I'm just gonna use what I have, so that way I just feel like I'm doing something. So I've got tomatoes that I'm thinking we're just gonna experiment with. And Jackson wants to plant some watermelon seeds.
Me too.
I don't know how many I have. I have these sugar baby watermelons. Are they all like coming out from the bottom? I think they're all coming out from the bottom. Yeah, look, I have some more sugar baby watermelon seeds. So we'll do watermelon, and then I'm gonna try like some beans, and we're gonna also try with spinach just to see what happens. And then these are seeds from our garden that we harvested when I grew cantaloupe. The cantaloupes, like I took the seeds from those cantaloupes and I saved them. So we're gonna see if they'll even sprout. And then Riley wants to plant some flowers. So I have like a packet of wildflower seeds that we'll also do. So let's just kind of play around and get back into gardening. The kids are gonna help. So
the watermelon. I want to have a watermelon.
Okay, you hold on to.
I want to hold on to the watermelon.
Then we'll do tomatoes. Make little holes for all of the seeds. No, this way. Like all of these are gonna be cantaloupes. What are those, Riley?
Wildflowers. In here?
Mm-hmm.
These are, I like to put wild.
We're just gonna try to make sure that we don't put flowers in the other ones. So yeah, some planting. This makes my heart happy. And now we're gonna go in the pool because like, look at what a beautiful day it is today. So we're gonna have a nice afternoon out here. All right, so it is later. We spent the afternoon in the pool. Anyway, we spent the afternoon in the pool. The kids loved it, and then Joe just met us here after work. But we ordered from one of my favorite bakeries. So I'm gonna live my best life right now. So we're gonna have our dinner. So I figured I would show you guys what I got. So first of all, I have cafecito here, café con leche, which is like coffee with milk in it. It's all gonna fall apart if I try to do it the other way. But it's a steak sandwich. So you've got Cuban bread and then like a thin Cuban steak, and then papitas, and you've got onions and tomatoes. So this is like one of my favorite things to eat. Tostada is basically just like Cuban bread with butter. Oh no, this is not tostada, sorry. This is Joe's croqueta preparada sandwich, which is croquetas inside. What else is in here? I think it's like ham, cheese, and croquetas in a sandwich. And that's Joe's like favorite Cuban sandwich to order. This is tostada, sorry, my dad just got home. But this is literally Cuban bread and butter, and then that's it. These are pastelitos. These are carne pastelitos, and then this is a guava pastry, so pastelito de guayaba. And then here we have croquetas, and then this is a pan de bono. And then these are my favorite things. Like these are the cheese pastries, so they're pastelitos de queso. So there's just like, is it cream cheese that's inside, or like it's cream cheese? Cream cheese inside of the pastry, and they are delicious. And then this is Joe's order. This is a tres leche for Joe, which is like 3 milks. What milks are in a tres leche?
Condensed milk?
Condensed milk?
Probably evaporated milk.
Evaporated milk. and regular milk. But it's like a dessert and it's Joe's favorite.
No.
What do you got there?
It's a strawberry.
You picked that with Papa?
Yeah.
But it's tiny. Let me see, that's like the tiniest strawberry.
Yeah, but how do you put it in a strawberry bin?
Okay, but Jackson does like the tiniest strawberry. Good job, Papa. We made it back home and we're gonna start bedtime routine. Jackson, you gonna put away your shoes?
Yeah, now.
Where do they go?
I know.
Okay, you know? Just so you guys have an idea, it's 7:03 right now and Jackson fell asleep in the car, like on the way home from Mimi's house, which is never ideal because he gets like a second wind and he's like the crankiest kid ever when he wakes up. Like if he falls asleep on the couch or wakes up, super cranky. If he falls asleep in the car, we wake him up, super cranky. So we're dealing with that, which is never fun. The only thing that made him happy was that we had like some old bath bombs that Riley got for Christmas or for Easter. So we're gonna do like, they're gonna do like a nice little long bath tonight.
But they're like white and one is like orange or is red.
One is orange and one is red?
Yeah.
Okay. And look, his poor cheeks are red since the AC in the car is not working that well.
On the other side.
The other side is what color?
It's white.
White. All right, the kids are finally down for bed. It is 9 o'clock. It took them forever to go to sleep tonight. So I'm just glad that they are finally down because lately I've been trying to like wait until they're actually asleep before leaving so that they're not like up and talking, and it usually takes them longer if they're not like dead asleep by the time that I leave. I thought that they were gonna be dead tired from being in the pool, but they were not. They took a very long time. Now Joe and I will do like our wind down and then I'll probably go to sleep a little bit early if I can. But yeah, I'm glad that I got to vlog a little bit today. Maybe it didn't seem like much, like just the fact that I went to my mom's house and planted seeds, but that for me was such a good, like just a good moment. I've been dying to just like get back into something that feels somewhat normal to me. I feel like everything, there's just been, obviously, you guys know, like you've seen a lot of it, like there's just been so much change and so much going on lately, and I feel like displaced. And even though we're finally in Miami now, there's still like this sense of like, it's not really permanent because we're not in the new house yet. So I'm still kind of feeling like I'm in this vacation mode, given that we're in the temp house. We'll be in the temp house for another like over a month. I think we have this house till like June 14th or something like that. So we still have this time period where we're in this house, and then on top of that we also get like a food stipend while we're like in temporary housing. So we have like, you know, this money that like Joe's job gives us, like so we can order food. So like we're eating out a lot, and it's not the regular like I'm cooking, I'm meal planning, I'm making my bread, which tomorrow I want to actually like bake my first loaf of bread since getting down here, because that is also something that I've been hoping to get back into. I brought my sourdough starter from home, so I just need to activate it. So that's on the agenda also for this week. But you know, things like that I had really found a lot of joy in, that kind of grounded me and kind of, I don't know, it's just very healing, like getting into a lot of the homesteading stuff that I did like, you know, months ago. And I want to continue doing that. I want to continue working on making more stuff from scratch. And I want to get into like, once we get into our new house, I'm praying that, you know, we'll have the space so that I can set up like our food prep area. We've got that new deep freezer that I showed you guys, a new chest freezer. So I want to just like have it organized with meats and, you know, just like do like the homemaking stuff. But right now everything is still like very transitory, not permanent. Like I'm not living out of a suitcase because, you know, at least we have this house. We're not living in a hotel, but it's still like I can't plant roots yet, if that makes any sense. So I'm excited for just like the next couple months. I know that this time is gonna fly anyway, but just like a lot of things that I want to get back to doing. And then with the baby coming, like, you know, I've got a bunch of stuff to do for the baby too, and I want to nest and I want to just like be settled. And so I know that I've been pretty vague in terms of like talking about like eventually when we get a new house, all of that. I have to be vague at this point, so I don't want to like give anything away. You know, things are not official, but if you've made it this far into the vlog, then, you know, I imagine that maybe I can give you like a hint that looks like there is a house. It's in the process, and that's about as much as I can say right now. So it's not like we are actively still house hunting. It's not like we're still going to showings. There is a house, and hopefully soon I can share more about it. Just very excited, very hopeful that things will work out. And it just sucks that I can't say more because people freaking suck on the internet. People will freaking ruin it and, you know, like try to make it so that things don't happen because people are nuts. But we're excited about what the next, you know, several weeks are gonna look like. So I promise as soon as I can say more, I will share that with you guys. And obviously you guys will be a part of everything that happens moving forward. But today was a good day is what I'm trying to say in terms of just getting back into some of the things that I like to do. So that's gonna be it for today's vlog, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Again, I don't know if this is boring. I don't know if you guys are liking any of this content, but this is what my life looks like now. And yes, sometimes it's gonna be boring. Sometimes it's just gonna be me outside planting seeds. But for now, like that's what's bringing me joy. And I got to spend a really good day with the kids, and they were not absolute terrors today. We've had some days earlier this week that the kids were not well behaved at all, but they did well today. So I just like, my heart's very full after a day like today. So I love you guys. I'll vlog again soon, but thank you for watching. And again, thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. Remember, if you want to try them out, I have a code, gets you your first month for $8. So I'll have all that info in the description box. But thank you for being here. I love your faces. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.